No. Okay.
I don't know why yours takes so long. Like, there's always a delay.
It's only on this laptop.
That's so surreal. Because, like, yeah, desktop never has any issues.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is.
I just simply don't know.
Astute observation as always, my good man. So I got Stream Elements sent me an email saying that I could get a sponsorship deal-esque with HelloFresh,
Yes.
which does mean that they don't send me a free box, and I'm mad about it. But if I buy my box using my code, it does count towards one of my referrals.
Did you get to pick your code, or did they assign it to you? I've always wondered that.
I think they assigned it to me. I think I don't remember what it is, actually. Because it's not like...
I guess, is it like custom to you, or is it like use my code like 92359QB?
I don't remember.
Or is it like use code ODI?
I think it's Odiepus Rex. I don't remember. I'll find out. I have to I started looking at it, but I technically have to do it. I have to do the stream by Friday, I'm pretty sure, to start it.
Right.
Well, I don't know. It says you have to do it within a week, but then at the same time, it's like I just need to start the campaign by the end of May.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do it sooner rather than later, which means I may end up just doing an earlier stream on Friday since Josh wants to hang out. But that's why I'm like, Josh, I don't have a good answer for you because I don't know the details yet.
Right.
But I know that if I got to buy one of these boxes, I need to get paid first.
Right.
From my regular job. So, because I don't know. And I'm like, I don't want to go ahead and already look up all the information because I'd rather...
No spoilers.
Exactly. Well, if I have to do an hour of sponsored content, because I think I have to do 2 separate streams for at least an hour or 2.
Yeah.
And I haven't signed
the cooking
anything.
one will be easier.
Well, that's where it'll be fun. I'm like,
right.
So we'll do the whole one. We'll look at the website. We'll do all that, order it, and then once I get the box, that'll be a fun stream.
Yeah.
Which is what I originally thought it would be. But it does count towards it, so I guess I get reimbursed and then probably some extra on it. So, but I'm like, this is actually cool. But anyway, the whole point of this is that the fucking thing is. I don't even remember. What
Instagram.
I have to make 2 social media posts. And
Count them.
I don't use social media.
Yeah.
I'm not posting on my personal Facebook about it for multiple reasons. One of them being that I have coworkers on there, and I don't need...
They don't need to...
No, I don't care if they see it. I don't need him seeing it.
Yeah.
I do have a Twitter, I think, for my stream that I made 3 posts on when I was going live, and then I'm like, I don't give a shit. Although I'm sure I could make things that just auto post, and it really wouldn't be hard.
But my question has always been, because people have said that to me too, they're like, you should make a Twitter or something. And I'm like, literally the only thing I would use that for is to do announcements of my own videos, which at that point, why would you even subscribe to my Twitter then, or follow it, whatever the fuck it is? Because then it's you could just turn on notifications on YouTube, and that would be a more direct way of knowing when something's coming out.
I mean, but there's also a lot of people that just use YouTube. Also, the way that we're angled, we're not talking to each other.
No.
Should we flip it? Just by clicking on the image and then just flip? But no, but then
then we'll be reversed.
Yeah, but they won't notice.
I mean, we can do that.
I mean, it's up to you.
You look so small on the screen.
It's very surreal.
You're a dainty little man.
Well, it's because I'm not wearing black joggers where I just look like.
And I actually pitched it up.
Yeah,
we
that was
gotta
the
learn
other
from the MySpace girls.
Yeah, well, because we didn't think about that. We just put it down, and I'm like,
right, and I was like, the camera should not be pointed
terrible.
directly at my chin. That's not the right height.
It's an up angle.
It was bad.
And there's a trick. If you want a trick to look better in pictures, regardless, look at the camera, tilt your head down just a little bit, out, and just a little down.
Your eyes will look bigger. Your chin will look smaller.
Sharp. Yeah, a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
Some fun tricks.
Let's. Oh no! But if I flip it, then we still. Yeah. Oh, we can try it. Let's try it.
So
let's try a thing.
Yeah, it's literally just the transform flip. Flip it, grip it, and sip it.
It's me.
It's you.
In reverse.
Mm-hmm. Also, the couch is a seafoam green, a soft mint color.
Mm-hmm. Which does not read on
and I'm
camera, but
it's sort of like a light gray blue.
Yeah.
It's the closest that I would call it. See, this is better because now if we look at each other,
we're looking at each other.
Yeah.
And we're seeing each other.
Yeah.
I feel seen.
It's great. But so I got to make an Instagram.
Yeah.
And there's two problems to this. One, I don't use Twitter.
Right.
Although Sin has said, Odie, let me manage your social media. And I'm like, no, I got to do it so that nothing gets done. Why should I accept help when I could just do nothing and then be stressed about it?
That part.
That's a vibe.
That's such a mood.
Me every goddamn day. I got to post one of those TikToks because Jem was like, Odie, I made some clips of the podcast for the TikTok. You could and I'm like, all I got to do is click download and then upload. And I'm like,
when I sent you the timestamps,
it's airplane with all the sweat and the buttons. And I'm just like, I gotta.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's because people send them to me when I can't do it right then.
I went and looked on the TikTok and I was like, I can't help but notice that he hasn't posted the one that I said to do.
I need to do that one too, and I'm mad at myself because I haven't done that yet.
Historically, you have said, like, if you know any clips, send them to me and then I'll take care of it. And I'm like,
I've
never done any of that.
I've set the bar so low and I still fail to
arrive. And then
arrive.
I finally was like, oh, this is a funny clip.
Well, I haven't had a moment to go see what the clip was. You just gave me timestamps.
Yeah, because that's easier. Because then you know exactly where to look.
I mean, if you would have just clipped it for me and then just sent it to me.
I have had no internet.
That's not my problem.
I have been fighting for my life.
You know, Wondershare Filmora, or whatever it is. Filmshare Wondershare Filmora 9. Isn't that like, it's like a phone video editing software that like people always like?
Is that like Pokemon Go?
No, it's not. It's not at all like Pokemon Go. It's video editing software.
That's a real loss to that company.
Hey man, Pikachu, you and Team Rocket helped me like cut.
I'm so sad I missed your raid invite.
Oh, yeah. It was just for, like, Clink.
I know, but still, I was sad.
I have a shiny...
I felt bad.
Clang that I've been trying to get into a Clink Clang.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny, because it's all, like, like mustard.
Right.
And I'm like, ooh, I got one. So I invited a bunch of people. Denny showed up.
I was so excited when I got that shiny Ditto. And then...
because I'm so jealous. I was so mad I didn't get it.
Because, like, I haven't...
Was the Pokemon itself shiny?
Yes. No. So that's the thing.
Oh, that's
Pokemon
the rub.
Wasn't shiny. So like, and I didn't realize it was. I wasn't. Excuse me. I wasn't thinking about the fact that it was April Fool's Day, and so I was just like, oh, it's gotta do my dailies.
Yeah.
Pop open Pokemon Go.
Which is surprising because I'm like, I didn't realize that you're back in it again.
Oh, I'm back in it.
Because like now I'm starting to check it again. If you notice, you start to see some gifts.
I'm visiting some gifts. So like, I got back in and I was like,
I'm not walking.
No.
And I'm not spending. I only need 3 more candies for my goddamn like crocodile. But I ain't spending rare candies.
No.
I'll spend rare candies when I need 100, and I just am like...
You know what's really rare? Spending those candies.
Goddamn right.
Because you never know when you'll need them.
Well, turns out if you just do raids...
You get a lot of them.
Yeah, I realize how foolish I am.
You can just do like 1-star remote raids real easy and then just get rare candies.
Now that you're like closer to me, or just now that I know you're playing...
Emotionally.
Like, we could just... Because it's all like remote now.
Yeah.
So it's like we could just fucking like... You got decent enough shit that like we could take a 3-star pretty easy. 3-star
good stuff.
I soloed 3 stars barely.
Yeah, I soloed 3 stars.
I just hate sometimes the recommended teams because I'm like, you're going off of the Pokemon's type, but like to the point where I edit all the nicknames of like my top CP Pokemon to have like RR or something at the end, which is not Redacted Records. No, but it's like Rock, as in the fast move and the charge move are both rock type. Mm-hmm. So that like I can like just by looking at it, I know what they have.
Well, and I like a while back.
I do have a shiny Hundo Hariyama. Nice. He's my boy, Mr. Slap.
A while ago, I finally looked up. I was like, okay, I have all these like fucking like charged TMs and blah 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 blah.
Oh, elite, yeah, like I
have so many of them, and then I was like, I've never used one. I've never looked at what they're for. I'm gonna look it up, and I was like, oh, like learn a move, and so like I actually looked up like what are good moves for like Dragonite for
like what move what's the one you want,
right? And I actually started spending those things, and then it was like, oh, suddenly raids become a lot easier when the move sets are right.
Yeah, if you
when I'm not just using return on my like on my whatever
because it was purified and it's like, you get returns, like get rid of that shit.
It ain't but April Fool's Day, I sign in. And I'm like, I try to catch a Ghastly because I love him. Ghastly's my boy.
You gaslight yourself a lot that you've caught a shiny Ghastly before.
I keep thinking it.
I had a shiny Ghastly. I evolved it into shiny Gengar, but you couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
I did make it Mega. I did Mega evolve my one shiny Gengar so that my like picture is the white one.
Hell yeah. So like I tried to catch the Ghastly, and all of a sudden it turns into a Ditto, and then the Ditto is shiny, and I was like, oh my God. And
2
then,
shinies.
and I took the screenshot.
Oh no, 1 shiny.
Just
No
one.
shiny.
Yeah. What?
No original shiny.
No.
It was just a regular old
It was
Magikarp.
just Ghastly.
Oh, Ghastly. I haven't listened.
It was just a regular Ghastly.
I have no objective except to listen, and I failed.
And so then I'm like, oh my God, it's shiny. So I screenshot it and immediately send it to you. And you were on stream. So then I like hopped into your stream to see your response to my shiny because that's who I am.
Because you knew I was mad. You
Yes.
could already feel it. And I was. And I was so pissed because I caught like 30 of those fuckers.
And then I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, that's weird. Because then I kept catching things. And I was like, everything's turning into a Ditto. I was like, oh no, this is an event. So then I was like, do you always get a shiny? I was like, because that's not fun. Because like there's like, they've never done an event, I don't think, in Pokemon Go where you're guaranteed a shiny. But they do the community days.
The Eevee and the Quest.
Yes.
Well, and community days are like, I still consider those real shinies because it's more of, you just now have a lot more encounters.
But it's still hard to get one. Like community days have come and gone without me getting a shiny, and I'm pissed when that happens.
Sometimes you're just walking in the parking lot on the way home from a friend's house, and someone catches a shiny Trico, and they go, "Oh, did I catch this?"
He looks.
You don't even like him.
He looks so cool though.
He is sick as fuck.
He looks so cool. My Sceptile's sick.
Mega Sceptile's pretty cool too.
I've never seen him.
Yeah,
never met him.
It never will.
But anyway, I looked it up and I was like, please don't let everyone get a shiny because then it's not fun. But it's not, and I actually just got a shiny Ditto, and I was like,
oh,
he's my little blue man.
It's exciting.
Because he's like, Mew.
Yeah, but not.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
But he is.
I have a funny, interesting point on that shiny thing, as well as the core point of my Instagram story thing.
Right.
But I think we gotta say, should we do it to him?
Well, let's do it to him.
Right. Hello.
And welcome
to the
Hewll
Couch
Podcast.
Cast, the interim series until the set's made.
It's season 1.5.
Yeah, this is the 4-episode OVA. I said it last week, and we're at episode 2. Things are heating up. we have detractors. We have the people who love the couch and the people who hate the couch.
Right.
Which is okay if you hate the couch.
Some people were trying to slam my couch.
Well, like
in the comments, and I was like, I won't stand for this.
It's comfy.
Yeah, and I was like,
comfier than the other one.
Well, some of them were like, it looks uncomfortable, and I was like, is that so? You can tell the comfort of something by looking at it. Is that so?
You're not sitting in it.
Is that so? Because I can't help but notice that you're not sitting on it.
Like this couch, I could definitely. Like, this is not an all-day sloth gaming couch,
right?
But this is like hanging out playing Mario Kart, getting up to get some drinks and snacks and stuff. It is a good couch.
I like a couch with a little bit of firmness, like not a lot. Mm-hmm. This is a good I like this. It's the back a little bit. The back
is just stiff enough that it's like you feel secure. Because like my couch, which is the old couch from the old gaming room,
right?
That's a couch you could sleep on. That's a great fucking couch. It's busted to hell, but it still looks fine.
It gave its life.
Oh, I'm running it. Like I'm using its corpse, but because there's no reason to, except for the legs.
Yeah, but then Jordan and Jason way back in the day, that couch they had in college, that busted old couch, but it would just swallow you. It was so far beyond soft.
It was insane. It was
just
like
sort of
some rich white mom couch. But
it was so ugly.
It was so ugly, and you would and it was like corduroy.
Yes, and it would just sort of absorb you, and I'm like,
how are the cushions this big? They're bigger every time we went over there.
It just long term, it was an upsetting couch.
It was all
short term. It's such novelty though. It's like this is the softest couch I've ever felt.
Yeah, you literally would be swallowed in it.
Good for a taste, not for a swallow.
Yeah. Yummy.
Yes.
It's terrible.
You have 2 points.
Yeah.
One about the shiny and one about Instagram.
Yeah. So funny that you say that about the shiny. So two shiny things. When I was playing Pokemon Go yesterday, I believe. I think it was yesterday.
When you Pokemon went.
Yeah. Oh, it was after the raid. Okay. And I was I'd finally caught everything, and I was going to be done with it or whatever. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, there's a Wurmple, and I'm like, man.
Well, man.
The shiny Wurmple is purple.
Oh, is
it? Really cool. Yeah. And I'm like, I really want one. Click on it. Shiny Wurmple.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, so I named him Wampus.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, I'm evolving this fucker right now. and I got the good one, which was Beautifly.
Yeah.
Which like I do love Dustox. Dustox is solid, but like it's a bit busted.
Do you remember how upset I was? And I don't know the Pokemon names, but do you remember how upset I was when I got the shiny like Clamperl?
Yes. Which evolves either into Huntail or Gorbis, and in the mainline games, you need to use the Deep Sea Tooth or the Deep Sea Claw, something like that, or Scale. And the Scale turns it into Gorbis, which is a very pretty Pokemon with a kind of gross name, or Huntail, a busted ass bitch.
In Pokemon Go, there is no way it's fully random because I looked it up. I was like, "There's got to be a way."
A nickname like the EVs?
Nickname,
No.
hold the phone upside down, something.
Malamar, that was cool because that's how you had to do it in the other games.
But yeah, no, it's just a random chance.
I saw you do this earlier, and I'm like, I don't know why I don't know why I didn't think to just
rest it when not in use.
I'm just always ready.
Anyway, yeah, I got the ugly one. I was so upset. I was like, I was so upset. I got that shiny Clamperl. Allegedly, I was playing Pokemon Go while driving into work, allegedly, and I caught it.
No.
Allegedly at a stoplight, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's a shiny!" And then I was like, "And if you start driving, like you kind of have like one chance to like catch something, or like it'll like flee, you know, because like the phone like knows that like you're out of like the zone that it came from, and it gets like mad."
Oh, I guess I never really noticed because I play Pokemon Go, not while I'm driving.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever done that.
I've never done that.
I'm just thinking of you and I just fucking spinning every goddamn Pokestop at like, I'm like, can you slow down just a little bit?
Just a little bit so you can catch it.
So I can put my fucker in the gym. I'm like, don't hit the gas right away. I know we're at the front.
Anyway, yeah, I caught it while, in theory, at a stoplight. And yeah, and so I was like, oh my god, I caught it. And I was like, I don't even know what this turns into because, like, you know, I'm not the most versed Pokemon.
I'm pretty sure if you asked me, I would have told you, and it wouldn't have made a difference.
It would not have made a difference.
I think I did tell you, and it didn't make a difference.
I can't believe that I remember that its name is Clamperl. I feel good about that.
That's genuinely impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a Clamperl.
Yeah.
Pearl.
Wake up.
Well, that's fine.
Oh. Put that one to sleep.
It's for her pleasure. Tyler's gonna be pissed.
Does she watch this?
Yes.
Oh, hey Tyler.
Apparently, the last week's episode she watched and then made her roommate watch, and she
goes,
"She's very." He's like, "They're very funny. I see why you like them." She's like, "Yeah, like
I see why you've let them in your life."
Well, like she was like, "I understand. I could tell that you and Steven get along." I'm like, "Yeah,
yes,
yeah, Kimmy,
yeah."
Yo, this goes out to Kim Gang. Tell Tyler to come get her stuff eventually. It's fine, but like not a big rush. I understand. There's not a lot of room, but like, but Cecilia's like, I know I don't have stuff to put in the other areas of the closet, but I just want the opportunity to. And I'm like, you could fold these fucking clothes on the floor. But what do I know?
I have a story to tell, but it can wait because you still have a couple points to get to.
I'll be real tight on these. The other thing is in Pokemon Legends Arceus, there's a quest where you have there's a weird Ponyta, and you find a shiny Ponyta, you catch it, and then it's like you get to keep it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is really cool.
But it's handed to you. It's like the shiny Gyarados.
Which, as a kid, I knew it was a red Gyarados. I didn't know that shiny Pokemon were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, yeah, I have the red Gyarados. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool because it's red and it shines.
Yeah.
Because I never encountered a shiny Pokemon up until that point, aside from that, to the point where I'm like, yeah, it's just a cool one-off. Like, you always go catch it.
Right.
Why wouldn't you?
I have my shiny Gyarados in Pokemon Go, and I love him dearly, and I'm very proud of him.
Very envious.
He was, I fought hard to get that one. Like, I went,
You were walking.
I was walking everywhere, and then that wasn't enough.
Sock?
So then I drove to the mall, and I was just like,
is that where you went to that one Pokestop in the back of the mall and you dumped your Espeon there, and then it's like, I'm never gonna see this again?
Mm-hmm. It was, and I was fighting for my life because I was like, it was the community day, and the community day ended. They end at like 2 p.m. or 4 p.m.
Yeah, they
or
typically
something.
go for like it's like I think it's like 10 to 2 or something
Yeah,
like that. It's like a 4-hour window. And you could still, as long as you do it for a few hours afterwards, if you evolve it, it'll get the community day move and everything.
Yeah, but the like the appearance rates drop as soon as that ends. So I was like, you can't do this to me. I have to have.
I think it's from 10 to 2, yeah.
I was like, I need a shiny Magikarp, please. And I went down to the wire. It was like 150 or whatever, you know. And I was like, I need him.
You're like,
and I got one. And I know you can't keep him forever.
God damn it. The ESPN 30 for 30 documentary on you in this mall, like, you know, the ultimate sacrifice, leaving Espeon, but taking home a shiny yellow goldfish.
Yes. He shimmered.
Oh, God. It's great. I love that for you. But yeah, like, it doesn't feel the same. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because then when I was on stream, and I'm so glad it was on stream in Arceus, I came out of this cave at one point, and there's a bunch of, like, Ursaring chilling. You know, like little tiny Ursa. And I got the shiny one, and that one has a new evolution in this one.
Do they show a shiny in the overworld in that one? Ooh.
Yeah, that's how we saw it. We saw it from a distance. We saw it green, and then it like
get you, bitch.
Because I was like, I need to move directly towards it because I don't want to move away, and it like because it doesn't despawn. It actually just like to save space. But like, I went up to it and I'm like, we gotta like sneak it or something because fighting it's hard.
Yeah.
Like to catch it still. Like it's better to try to just get the catch. And I got it, and it was fucking sick. And then I was able to turn it into Ursaluna, but I had to like you have to evolve it when it's a full moon using a peat block, and so you just have to like when you're like out on
what
peat block P-E-A-T.
Okay.
And you just like wait, like you just keep setting the time to be like night and then morning and then night and then morning until you see, because like if you've been playing a lot, like it's great and everything because the time it's not like real life time, it just is like time in game.
Yeah.
And like I realized it just after the full moon happened. So I had to wait like a full month in game, like of just like sitting there, just keep making it night, then sitting and waiting a minute until the moon starts to rise, and then like being like, nope, not there yet. Yeah. Very annoying. Anyway, so yeah, but like when it's given to you, not as great. It's still cool. You can still keep it, but it just doesn't. It hits different. Yeah. When you just like, you got the full odds.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember when Pokemon Go took away my Rhyhorn, my shiny Rhyhorn that I got with it was glitched, and then they were like, "Oh, that's not supposed to be shiny yet," and they de-shinied him,
which is terrible because I have a shiny Rhyperior,
and now he can be shiny, and they took him from me. They took away his shininess.
They did. They made him
so
normal.
upset.
I mean, that's what capitalism does.
And when someone tells you what to do,
that's communism.
That's communism, baby.
God
anyway.
I named my Rhyperior, my shiny Rhydon, or Rhyhorn, I named him Osha.
Because he's got his little vest.
Yeah. Anyway, so the whole thing about this fucking, I got to make 2 social media posts.
Yes.
Instagram.com/Odiepus Rex is a handle that already exists.
Okay.
And it's not me.
Oh.
And part of me, when I have more money, when I have enough money to try to buy this girl's memories, is it's this dog. It's Odie the Puggle.
Okay.
And that itself would not be that big of a deal, except I'm like, fuck Odie the Puggle.
Right.
He sucks ass. I want this account. Like, yeah, it's me. She hasn't posted anything in years.
Yeah.
Which I was hanging out on my Discord, and I realized, and like I think it was a snake ended up saying like, Odie, like if they haven't posted in a few years, like, is the dog still alive? I'm like, I don't give a shit if the dog's dead or not.
Who cares?
Until I looked into it.
Okay.
So Odie the Puggle, the life and times of a Connecticut Puggle.
Okay.
And I'm like, look at this dog trying to stretch out the last dog days of summer with a little sunshine. #catnap. #Puggle. You know, on September 15th, 2017. This fucking dog, like, it's an older dog.
That dog is past.
Mm-hmm. So I ended up like.
So you should get the account.
Okay, so I end up like. I'm like looking, and I was like fucking around on the computer, and I ended up like finding the girl.
Okay.
Who posted these? So like I could technically find it, and it's like, oh no, there was like a really sweet like farewell in memoriam post, and I'm like, oh no, you know what? We love Odie the Puggle, And so then I was like, okay, what if I reach out and I say, look, I don't want to take away the cherished memories of your elderly dog on Instagram.
Right. Those cherished 6 pictures.
So what if I leave those on the account and I do a little, like, I say some kind words in like my like channel, like on the description, and then I will continue to post on top of it.
Right.
But like I will like you could always come back to my page that you're now giving me access to
and see,
and you can come see, like, welcome to Instagram.com/Odiepus Rex, home of me, Odiepus Rex, Twitch streamer, podcaster, cute boy. Also, there's like Requiem for a dog. Yeah, like there's a memorial for the dog at the beginning.
Right.
And so please go down and like those and leave a nice word.
Yeah.
If you want to see the rest of my photos. Is that wrong? How morally dubious is it for me to try to like I'm willing to negotiate. Like I don't want to delete her memories.
How about you just but as if she doesn't have those pictures like saved on her phone.
I don't know.
How'd they get there?
I mean, there's like a video one.
How about
I mean, she lives in like they're in Connecticut, or at least they were. I'm like, he's doing tricks and stuff. Oh, did he just miss all of them? Did I just show you after all of them? Look at it. He spins. He rolls.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I would. You know what joke I would make about what trick?
Maybe I would just open with like, hey, like, can I have by whatever the account, and maybe we don't open with like, and I'll leave a memorial to your passed away dog. Mm-hmm. And then if they express that they don't want to lose that, then maybe we go to the I can make a memorial for the animal. Like,
do you feel like it's weirder if I like already come to the table?
I think it's really weird if you open with like, that of, hey, I know your dog's dead.
I've done research.
Yeah, that makes it a lot weirder.
I've done research, and I've decided to come at you with an offer that I feel is fair, ethically, and morally. For $5, I will purchase this handle from you. Venmo is fine. Or PayPal. I'll put my PayPal link down at the bottom. And you can keep the pictures of your dog or whatever. Like, I can also screenshot the pictures and save them on my phone and have like an automated email set up that whenever you email it, it'll send you one of these 5 pictures.
Right.
But if you want that service, because I'll have to manually do it because I don't know how to do it.
Right.
So don't do it. But I will then delete those photos. But like, can you delete those photos before you give me the account? Because I don't think that I can handle deleting the last vestiges of this dog.
I'll do it.
Oh, I know you do it.
You can hand me the account. I'll do it.
No, you'll just sit there going, fuck this dog.
Listen, I'm sure the dog, like, clearly, like, the dog was loved. I imagine he lived a good life.
I think he did.
Now.
It sounded like it was loved. But like now I'm like, how am I supposed to walk in those footsteps? He's the better Odie. Like, have you ever met the truest version of yourself? And it's a geriatric dog on Instagram
with 6 pictures.
5. It's 4 pictures in a video.
Oh.
And one of those pictures is just a screenshot of Facebook saying 7 years ago memory from when they got her or got him.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what the puggle part is. Like, it's part pug, part something. Beagle?
Yeah.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Struggle.
But, like, also I'm kind of like, now I kind of want to live every day, like, to make Odie proud.
Yeah.
I've been going through, I haven't left my house much lately, and I'm really just going through it with this fucking dog. And this is all because HelloFresh said I had to make two posts. So instead, I told Origin to just, I was talking to her earlier, I'm like, can you just, like, send me a message that just says, make an Instagram? So I could just make a new Instagram, make a post on it, and then, like, now I can post on social media. Because, like, my Twitter follows Not Safe for Work artists, and, like, I don't need HelloFresh knowing.
Yeah. None of their business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good shit, but
yeah,
I don't know what they like.
Who knows?
I don't know. Do they sponsor, like, what is Hello? Do they don't give a shit? You got to eat.
They sponsor, like, everybody, I think.
I don't care what you jerk off to. You got to eat, don't you?
Yeah.
Rub and tug. I don't care. Rub and tug. Then get some grub. Hello Fresh.
Hello Fresh.
Blue Apron.
Blue Apron definitely supports porn stars.
You know why that's funny, right?
Why?
My coworker, he used to work for them.
Oh.
Which is very funny.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's not him.
No.
But, like... it's no Odie the Puggle, though.
Well, but then who is?
Anyway, I beefed with the dog this week. What are you up to?
Yeah, a dead dog.
The dog was dead before I beefed with him. I also didn't know the dog was dead when I started the beef.
So...
I'm not out here bullying dead dogs.
Yet.
Stop it. People quote this.
So...
I've become problematic.
Become? Implies that at one point you weren't.
Did you know that, like, I came up with a really funny, nasty thing, and I didn't say it on my stream, but I'm willing to share it with you.
I'd love to know it.
A nickname for a belly button.
Oh, maybe I don't want to know it.
What nickname would you come up for a belly button?
I don't know. I really hate when people say navel.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that. And the only thing I like less than that is when like navel oranges.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's a belly button food.
Hell yeah.
I'm
gonna eat that tummy like a little cutie. A little orange.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I called it the goo trap, and like
that ain't. No.
You got amnesia? That was terrible. I'm gonna put myself on timeout for a few minutes.
I don't like that. So I can't remember what I go for it.
I figure if I'm gonna be quiet for
Yeah. So I can't remember what made me think of this earlier, and then I was like, oh, I have a story, and then like now I'm gonna give said story. So this house came with a washing machine, and a dryer. And I was like, okay,
Yes.
cool. 'Cause like also it wasn't actually supposed to come with the house, but like
Yes.
they left it, and so then it became mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is great, because at my old house there wasn't room for a full-size washer and dryer, so I had to get one of the combo things that is both a washer and a dryer, which works great if you're the kind of person who like does small loads of laundry frequently. As we have learned on this podcast, that ain't
Never
me.
done laundry.
That ain't me. I'm a more of a, every 6 weeks
You gotta push it in
I'll do every
to
laundry that
trap, like you, and then you gotta body check the door.
Yeah. So I was like, oh great, it comes with a washer and dryer. How lovely. So I finally was like, it's time to do laundry.
It's time.
It's time to do laundry, bitch. Let's do this.
Hell yeah, bitch.
Hell yeah, bitch. It's laundry time, bitch. So I throw my clothes in that washing machine, and I turn that sucker on,
Did you
and
put
I'm
some
like,
fabric softener in there?
I put in some of
Like
those
a little clean slut.
put in
I know
some
you
of
were.
those Downy Unstoppables.
Ooh, the little
The
beads.
little beads that really make it smell.
Little Dippin' Dots.
Ooh, yeah, the forbidden Dippin' Dots.
Oh,
Ooh.
they're not forbidden. You can just buy them. You don't have to be at Disney World.
You're right. And so I was like, all right, it's laundry time, baby. It gets halfway through the cycle, and it comes up with an error code, and it stops.
I swear to God, my like I don't have a digital one, but like if I did and it hit me with an error code, I'm like, what do you mean?
Just wash the clothes.
What did the clothes do? You know damn well what you did.
So it hits me with a code that says ND. So I'm like, all right, what the fuck does this mean? So I look it up.
Nice dick.
Nice cock. I look it up.
Nice cock.
Look it up, and it means basically like not drain, like it's not draining the water out of the tub. So I was like,
It's just too
oh.
wet. Your washer's just sopping wet.
So wet. So I was like, okay, like how do I fix this?
I feel so dressed.
So they were like, okay, well, there's 2 options for what the problem is. One of them is that your standpipe is plugged.
Is that a JoJo reference?
No. So that's like where where the water, like there's a hose on the back of the washing machine, and it drains it down into a pipe, and then it evacuates the home.
It goes
away.
elsewhere.
It becomes someone else's problem.
That's why I put my flushable wipes down the drain.
So that can get like clogged. So the first step is pour some water down there, see if it like floods. So it didn't. So it's like, okay, then that means the problem's in the filter in the washing machine. So I'm like, okay, how bad could this be?
Eric.
How bad could this be?
Eric, don't do this to me.
How bad could this filter be?
Eric, not on the day of me finding out Puggle's dead.
How bad could this 15-year-old filter be? I should also clarify. When they say filter, you might think like, oh, like a dryer filter or something, you know, like a mesh sort of a situation. That's not what this is.
Well, is it kind of like my sister's been, since she moved in with me, as a small, very tiny tangent, is like the air conditioning filter.
Uh-huh.
She's been replacing that like every other month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Cleaner air.
And you always forget about it because you're like, I need to do that. Like, I'll make a reminder, and you don't.
Yeah.
And then a year later, when you have to, or like you haven't been checking or something, you're like, fuck. And you're like, why have I been like
living like this?
Yeah, I've been paying more money for less air.
Yeah.
I don't have that swamp cooler.
No.
I love your dad.
I do too.
I feel like you, though, were like, Dad, please leave. And he's like, I'm going to take my leave. I'm like, were you just warming me up? Because like you still got 10 minutes.
He's got more stories. I love my dad very much, but sometimes like he wants to talk,
which is great.
Which is usually great.
I love talking to your dad, and I have no problem with it. But I don't want to be rude to him. But I'm also like, I'm already late.
Right. There are times when I'm like, we gotta do something.
Yeah. But you can't just tell him to leave.
No.
He's gotta go back home to the wife. God, to go home to your mother.
Yeah.
2018 was a great year.
So the filter
for me
in this washing machine, it's more of like so on the front of the washer, at the base of the washer, there's like a cap, and if you were to
no cap,
and if you unscrew the cap, and then you look at it, it's kind of like this, like almost like the drain of like a sink. Like if you like pull it up, how it's like just sort of like a latticed, thingy.
Like a net, almost like a weird, like a suckle, like a honeysuckle.
Right, but like metal, yeah. So that shit can get like clogged in that, because that's where it comes down out of the basin, it goes there, that catches any like big solid particulates and keeps them from going through the rest of the drain pipe out the washing machine. So it catches large solids.
Yo, you want to catch a large solid right here, buddy?
So I'm like, how bad could it be?
How bad can I ask a question?
I'd love for you to ask a question.
This is the one here.
Yeah.
So when they built this house, 15 years ago.
18 years ago.
18 years ago, they put that filter in.
Well, those are replacement ones that they bought 15 years ago, but 15 years ago those entered the home.
So
with that filter.
They're 3 years younger than the walls of this house.
Correct.
A lot happened. Where were you 15 years? Before you tell me about this, 15 years ago, when these puppies were like, we can't wait to be replaced soon.
Yeah.
For regular upkeep.
Yeah.
What were you doing 15 years ago? It's like we would have been like 13.
15 years ago, we were about 13.
It'd be like 7th grade.
No. Yes. 8th grade.
8th grade?
Right? Because aren't you 14 in freshman year? Well, no. I graduated high school at 17.
We're on the younger end.
Yeah. So 7th grade.
Yeah.
It was not a great time to be
People
me.
always get really mad, no, you're not. I'm like, I don't think you understand. Like, we're the end of summer birthdays.
Yeah.
Like,
we were like the youngest.
Yeah, Zach and Brandon got their licenses in the middle of the year in December, and like we didn't get them until basically, I didn't get mine until I was 20.
I got mine at 16.
Must be nice.
You could have gone and got it.
Yeah, it was more, actually, it was kind of my mom. I didn't, because she's like, I don't have a car for you to drive.
Right.
So like,
but that doesn't mean you shouldn't have a license.
No, but all of my friends drove, so there wasn't really a need. And like, it was a whole thing. I had to fucking order a birth certificate like twice because California abstract of birth is not accepted by the Arizona DMV.
Yeah.
Also, when I went to get my permit the first time, they said, no, my father needs to sign it as well. And I went, he doesn't live in this state. My parents are divorced legally.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck you. And I'm like, this is not the worst time at the DMV.
I mean,
God, I kind of want to work at the DMV.
Yeah.
Because there's got to be like a power trip.
Just ruin people's days.
Well, you're not. You're just like, it's all the DMV is very straightforward.
Right.
Almost always. It's just no one bothers to read anything. They wait in the wrong line, or like, I'm sorry that your poor planning results in emergency for you. That does not result in emergency for me. Right. I get to leave at 5 because it's a government building.
Right.
So, like, I don't give a shit, man.
So, this filter.
We were young boys when this went in.
I should also preface this with the people who had bought this, there was a sticker over the plate that covers the filter with this cute little drawing of a little, cartoon anthropomorphic filter that said, "Hi, thanks for buying your new Samsung washing machine. Don't forget to change me every 2 months."
So, wait, 2 months?
You're apparently supposed to, clean out, rather, the filter every 2 months.
Okay, and like
You
the
don't
sticker,
really have
is
to.
the sticker a seal or is it just on top of it?
No, it's a sticker. It was very easy.
Because if it was a seal, that'd be really funny if they replaced it without like...
No, it's just a sticker, but like it's really easy to like peel off. And these people left it. They had the gall.
They're the people that leave the like how much like energy do you save sticker on your TV.
Yes, that's the kind of people who previously occupied this home.
No longer.
They had the gall.
The chutzpah.
They leave that sticker on there. So the issue that you run into is
so they didn't forget.
Is if the tub of the washing machine doesn't drain, hence the error code. If you were to open that filter, all of the water in the washer is going to then pour out. So you have to try to suck some of the water out to make it better. Mm-hmm. So like you take the drain hose, you stick it up to a wet dry shop vac, you hold it, and it like tries to suck out a good amount of the water. But there's still going to be water in there.
Or you get a bucket if you don't have a shop vac. Like,
yeah. So
there's not a whole like.
There's not much.
You're kind of fucked.
Yeah,
it's just it's about to get wet.
You're gonna get water. So what you're supposed to do is you put a pan under the washer, so that way it'll catch what little water you couldn't suck out. So I put a pan under this washing machine, and I popped open that little door, and I started undoing that little filter cap, and you're unscrewing it.
Could you feel it?
No.
Could you feel any resistance?
So you start to unscrew it, and after a little bit, you start getting little dribbles, because there's still water in there. And you're like, damn, this is definitely going to pour some water out when I do it.
Is that 15-year-old water in there?
There's 15-year-old stuff in there. So I unscrew it, and all of a sudden you reach a turning point when the pressure of the water helps you take out the filter. And the filter blows out in my hand, and 15 years of the nastiest sludge and dirt and gravel and oil and grease starts pouring out of this machine on my hands, on my floor, down the front of the washing machine. It's pouring out so much that it comes out past the pan at first and is hitting the floor, splashing everywhere. Me, the rest of the laundry room, pouring out filth. 15-year-old gunk is pouring out of this thing, and you can't put the filter back in because it's coming out.
Like you're not strong enough.
It's just
literally like you're trying to like
hold the dam.
Like put the crystal on the thing, and it's like there's too much evil energy, but it's just you and shit.
And it's just,
why are you always getting in nasty shit?
I don't know.
Which is funny because I'm the nasty one.
And my life didn't used to be like this.
I licked a toilet seat in high school.
That explains a few things.
And we did it because it was like we all liked Jackass, and it was like sick lick.
Yeah.
And like this is nastier than that.
It was fucking disgusting.
Did you lick it?
No. And then I spent so much time trying to like clean everything out and everything, and it was fucking disgusting.
It's almost a point where it's like no matter, like you just need to let it all out and then clean it.
Yep. Oh, it did.
Yeah, because clean as you go is not going to work.
It all just poured out, and I'm just like literally like sopping up filth, just trying to like get my floors clean.
Did it smell bad?
Yes.
Did you wear a mask before you did it or anything?
No.
You didn't think about it like that?
And I wasn't wearing gloves. I wasn't.
Because
it was just. How bad could it be, Michael? $10?
It says to change it. I mean, I didn't know you were supposed to change it, but I guess that's a smart one, right?
Well, and you don't even like, if you don't put clothes in there that are literally like fucking disgusting, then it's not going to get that bad. Because like it just catches like big solid stuff. But the problem is like they washed clothing that apparently was covered in shit. And then it just keeps like building up and building up and building up for 15
like when you have like you
years.
spill some food, it's like stained and like whatever.
Right.
Not stained because it's stained wouldn't matter. It's more of like
No.
you
Like
had to have like
mud,
I can't even,
rocks. Like half of it looked like paint chips. Like just disgust and like oil and grease, because once enough solid stuff starts getting stuck, then like other stuff that would normally have kind of like pushed past and gotten through can't get through. So it just starts gumming up. And it was
it's real gummed up, son.
It's fucking disgusting. And they let this washing machine get to the point where it literally would not run anymore because it could not drain. And they did nothing about it,
They
and
sold
then
the
just
house.
moved away.
Well, they didn't want to deal with the filter, so they just sold the house.
And then like I was like, oh, how odd that they would leave the washer and dryer, a fully functioning washing machine and dryer. How amazing!
You got had.
Had I known the experience I was going to go through, I would have bought a new one. The dryer was great. Dryer's fine. Dryer's totally good. That washing machine, what I saw, what got on me.
So are you going to start
not meant for
changing that
mortal
filter
eyes.
every 2 months?
No, because I'm not going to wash shit that's disgusting.
I guess that's because I'm like I can't even think of like even if I had clothes that were dirty with mud and shit, like even
You
as
don't
a kid,
just throw that in the washer.
no, you go into the yard and hose it
hose
off.
off.
Yeah, or like you're gonna have to put it somewhere.
If I had tried to put something covered with any amount of like nasty shit like that, my mother would, suffice it to say, she would not have allowed it to happen. Which is why she has never run into the hell that I ran into.
Yeah,
It's fucking disgusting. It's nasty. But I've come in on the other side of it. And I survived.
Yeah, like Andy Dufresne. Do you feel? What did you learn?
The people who own this house are fucking gross.
Yeah, I mean, I guess apparently you should at least check it.
Just check it.
How long? Like
Maybe once a year.
I mean, if you were to check it every 2 months, like, do you think you'd get a whole sludge thing?
No. If you checked it every 2 months, you wouldn't really find much.
Because if it's
like,
drained and empty,
yeah.
you're fine. Like, then you're just checking the trap.
Also, the smell that is now pervading that washing machine in the wake of having gotten rid of all that stuff. Because, like, the washing machine didn't smell before. And now that I got all that stuff out, it's awoken something that was, like, in the pipes that couldn't get out. Well, now it's starting to get out. So now I've been having to, like, try to, like, wash the thing with, like, distilled white vinegar and stuff on, like, the sanitized cycle, trying to, like, get it out. And it's working. It's fine. But this...
I gotta go smell it now. I can't. I gotta. It's faint, I'm sure.
It's fainter.
Am I gonna regret this?
I mean, it's not, like, disgusting now. It's just like, oh, that's not right.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead and smell it.
You know what? Come with me.
Give her a sniff.
Come with me.
Do not
right.
take that. Also, don't forget your
I-
headphones are plugged in.
Yes, that I would have forgotten.
And I could just see bad things happening.
You know what? We want to get some boots, some feet on the street. We want to get some feet on the street and just figure out what the hell's going on.
What's happening in this washing machine?
Why is there one small train?
That's not a train. That's an outlet.
It could be a train.
It's a small shoe.
For a child, that could be a train.
Correct.
My parents, we didn't have money when I was a child. I couldn't afford a train, so I played with outlets.
I used to play with my dad, because like he's handy around the house and everything, and so he would always have like chunks of like 2x4s and stuff, and I would draw on the side of them and make them into trains from Thomas the Tank Engine. And then I was always upset because I would try to do the faces on the front, but because that was the cut side, the Sharpie wouldn't draw properly on it, and the faces would look like warped.
You never thought to do it on the other side first?
I couldn't do it on the other side because I had to do it on the short side because it's a 2x4. So it was like the face of the train, the side of the train.
To make it look right.
Yeah.
It's just not. You could have asked your dad to like sand it.
I could have.
You didn't know that you could do that.
I mean, he was busy. And so I was like, I'm just going to do this.
Would you want him to sand Thomas's face?
Well, then he just would have been like, son, I have bought you, a few of like the die cast little ones. Like, why don't you just play with those? But I was like, I want to make my own.
I was about to say, where's your washer? But I see the door inviting me in.
It is in the laundry room. I mean, hopefully it smells better now. Been airing it out. We're going to see. Feet on the street. I'm going to see what he has to say about it.
I don't smell anything, but I'm
Yep. Oh.
Like it looks like someone had acidic diarrhea in the middle of it.
Yep.
I don't know how else to describe it. I know it's disgusting. But
No, it's what it looks like. It's gross. Well, I'm glad it doesn't smell so bad anymore.
no, yeah, because I even like put my head in there and I'm like,
Yeah.
I couldn't smell anything. I'm like, I know, I am.
Yeah.
I am ready to regret. Like I accept that going in.
Yeah. I mean, I washed it through with the vinegar twice, and now it's been like airing out all day. So I'm glad it doesn't smell as bad now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my latest fun time.
Latest and greatest.
Fighting for my life in that laundry room.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, just wash less clothes at the same time.
But it doesn't matter. It still wouldn't drain no matter what. No amount of water was draining.
No, not at all, my guy.
Yeah. I've also been putting up a lot of light fixtures, which has been a harrowing experience. Not because I don't know how, but because electricity worries me.
Oh, yeah?
Like a good American, I live in fear of the electricity in my own home.
As you should.
Yeah.
Electricity is scary.
Well, it's deadly.
Sometimes. If that's what you want.
I mean, it can be. So, yeah, but no, I had just had to kind of like, get over that because I'm like, I want new light fixtures.
Yeah.
And I had to figure out, I was like, okay, some of these can lights have got to go. I want to replace them with like pendant lights and stuff. And then I had to find like
Can lights?
recessed lighting.
Oh, okay.
I had to figure out like, okay, like how do I switch recessed lighting into pendant lighting?
What's a pendant light?
Like something like that. Or like a fixture that like comes down.
Oh, like the middle thing as opposed to the dots.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just because you like the aesthetic more.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like recessed lighting in some places, but, like, in other places, I want, like, a fixture that actually, like, like, looks nice and comes down.
Like the old one over the coffee table.
Yeah.
Or, I guess, the kitchen table. Did you put are you going to put that up there again?
No, I left it at the old house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I installed it there, and it's just going to live there now.
The little, like, Einstein bulb. The bulb in a bulb.
Yeah.
Yo, dog.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What are we at?
52 minutes.
Oh. So, there's no package time.
No.
Which is bad because I'm now remembering that Galley's package is there. Oh. She was very excited. And because last time, in a great, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing the world he didn't exist. Yeah. When you don't even mean to do a meme, but you pull one off anyway, where we did open Galley's package in the lost episode where there's no audio, so she didn't get to hear it. And then I, thinking I just had the most relaxed, fun day today, realized that it's Tuesday, it's podcast day, hence why at 6 I'm like, podcast? And then 40 minutes later show up. I forgot to go to the post office. So
next week.
I'll go tomorrow to go pick up the stuff, but it will be next week. So
yes.
Because I should go pick it up tomorrow because I don't want stuff to, like, wait. Because did you know? We'll find out. We'll do this before Quinchins.
Okay.
Because it'll be... I'll say it's a shorter episode, but it's just probably going to be closer to an hour and a half than 2 hours. Yes. So every time I go to the post office and I have to, like there's a slip in the box because I just bought, like, it's technically the medium box because all the smalls were gone. Yeah. So sometimes some stuff fits in there and that's great. Or I get a key to open up one of the parcel lockers, and I'm like, I don't have to wait in line because that line is always big at that post office.
It's bad.
I've tried to game the system, and like the weirdest times it'll be dead.
Yes.
Like noon on the dot, for a brief moment, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
But I will, holding my little paper.
Yes.
Wait in line.
I have my golden ticket.
To pick up a box, which sometimes is really cool when there's like 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes, and I'm like carrying them all stacked like a cartoon character. Sometimes I've had to make 2 trips, like the big boxes.
Yeah.
But I'm like waiting in line every time. And sometimes I've sent stuff like I sent like Gingy my like original like Fi-Fine microphone that I had bought, and then I sent Sin like the Blue Yeti because they wanted to use it, and I was like, well, yeah, like pass it on, baby. And I'll like ship it. So it's like, well, I'll pick up the new box and also ship something. I have a transaction. It's all good. There's apparently a window to the left.
Yes.
That is basically
just for picking up
that
packages.
is just for the thing that I go to the post office to do.
Yeah.
And there's never a line for it.
Right.
And I didn't find that out until like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And I'm like, I have waited an hour in the post office to pick up one thing.
Yeah.
And I almost fucking lost it.
Yeah.
I almost took it out on the guy asking for signatures outside, and he did get me. There was one time where I had my like paper.
Yes.
And I went out to my car to put away packages before I went to go wait in line for my, hey, it doesn't fit, go pick it up.
Right.
As I'm like putting them in, the wind blows and it blows my slip under someone's car in the middle. And I'm like, fuck. So I get
down
flat.
and dirty.
I go flat.
Yeah.
And I am on the driver's side, which is closer to the door of the post office.
Yeah.
Sprawled out underneath this person's car, and it's just out of reach. And I'm like, fuck, like I'm in gravel, and like, it's not hot, but like it's warm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta. And I see, someone goes, hello? As the woman who owns the car, I go, hi, I am really sorry. I promise I'm not being weird. I just, my slip like went, and she goes, oh. And she's like, walks around the other side of the car, and she goes, oh, I can reach it. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. She goes, you're totally fine. I'm like, yes. And I like went back inside, and I'm like, I am such a goddamn fucking creep.
Yeah.
Like unintentionally. I'm like my father. I've been doing that to my sister lately. I'll just go up to her and go, we have a baby. Didn't you want a baby, sister? We have a baby.
Ew. Hi.
We have a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what the hell's up with Ronald, man.
He's got a plan.
Like, I know he was trying to be funny, but it was just very surreal.
Yeah.
Because, like, my dad is kind of funny like that sometimes, but, like, he didn't start it up. And it was just, I'm like, Dad, there was a baby in this house. Like,
right.
Like, I'm still trying to process that. Like, this is not a good meme time.
Yeah.
Like, let me know what's going on with the baby, and then meme me.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. Yeah, but they ended up, the baby went back to its father.
Home.
So, well, not the original home, but the father, yeah. So, which is good. It's an interim thing. So,
good.
Fun time. Yeah. All right. You want to Quenching time.
Quenching time.
Who is it? When is it?
Why is it?
How is it?
Well,
sometimes why. But not that why.
Not that why. Not that one.
Did you like what I named the document that I know you didn't print out? Because my printer with no paper in it still says
my printer's not set up.
I'm not mad.
You got to figure out your printer.
I don't know how to fix it.
Crack it open.
I pulled the little thing open.
No.
I got to crack it?
Crack her open.
I mean, I paid $20 for this on Black Friday. But, like, you can't get a printer that cheap. Or at least you couldn't back in 2020.
Well, everyone was working at home. They had things to print.
You're right.
Print. Yeah, mine's not set up yet, so I couldn't help you there.
Oh, I decided in my bio on Twitch, like I added like for business inquiries in like my stream email.
Yeah.
And because I'm like, maybe I should just put it in there just so that it's there. Like if anyone gave a shit.
Right.
And apparently I've been reached out Odiepus Rex merch ?
Oh.
Congrats on getting your merch out.
GG.
That said, are you happy with your Teespring shop? If not, I'd love to introduce you to Fourth Wall, a free invite-only platform that powers shops for creators of all sizes, ranging from MKBHD, which I don't know, is that Marquise Brownlee? Maybe I don't know who that is. Phil DeFranco, and I'm like, why didn't you say Philip DeFranco?
Because this is a different one. This is Phil.
I click on it. What is it? I shouldn't have clicked. Oh, it goes to beautifulbastard.com.
Beautiful bastard.
Yeah. Is this something you'd be interested in trying? If so, happy to jump on a quick 15-minute call.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Or shoot over an invite link.
Invoice.
Invoice.
You want an invoice? to a portion
I
of
haven't had
Discord.
many issues, but some people have reported that even after like Inside Out, everything like the hoodie, like I'm sure you get the same problems, and it might just be the materials, but like some people will wash it one time, doing everything you're supposed to, and it just like shreds up, and it's like I'm sorry, mine didn't.
A Teespring is from what I've understood, from what I've heard from many people, if you do run into that issue, if you reach out to them, they're good about sending you a new one for free.
Should have just sent the hoodie back for free.
Yeah.
I got a sin, I promise. I haven't done it yet because I haven't done anything yet, including the easiest things to do. But Tupon's hoodie. She wanted a crop top hoodie, but she's 8 and small, so it's just a hoodie.
Right.
Which is very funny to me. It's a hoodie with no pocket, which like, oof. That's rough, buddy. But
it's for me. So.
Because I ordered it, it's like technically like a sample. So I'm like, I'll get you the order number.
Yeah.
I haven't
didn't do that.
No.
You didn't do
But
that.
I did name the file today Quinchins.
Quinchins. I did see that.
Thank you. And then I realized
I downloaded it and did not open it.
Well, that's when I realized I'm like, there's literally no need to print it. Like, because the big thing is I don't want to scroll through YouTube Studio.
Right.
I can just type it, send it to you, just so that like we have it.
And here we go.
And then we can just click download and open. I didn't click open fast enough. I'll re-download it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to open it.
We got some couch-based Quinchins.
Yeah. Which is really funny because I totally forgot that you gave the theme of a couch-based question, and I was very confused all week why everyone keeps asking like
about couches.
Yeah.
Sectional couches.
Did you read over them at all?
I just told you. I downloaded it and did not open it.
Okay. Loop asked, y'all got any funny couch stories from the infamous cabin we've heard about in passing? Episode 0.
Yes.
I couldn't think. Is it the pillows?
Yes. Yes.
Which we did have a picture of at one point on some old phones.
I never had it. I saw it, of course, but I didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't on my phone. I didn't take it.
I forgot about that until just now because I'm like, no.
Yes.
There's so like.
There was very little couch activity.
We would need multiple episodes to describe just cabin 1.
Truly.
And a lot of it would need to be doctored because it's not appropriate.
Correct. So.
The show.
Oh yeah.
There's so many like. It felt like an anime or a manga where there's just what arc are you in, and that's just this week-long trip.
So many things happened, and it was a genuine delight. So
it was a wonderful time.
It was. So one of our friends, Taylor, who we have spoken of before in passing. Tay-Ray. Don't call her that.
Tasty Tay.
T.
Swift Taylor, 69.
She so like she sleeps a lot. She falls asleep anywhere and everywhere,
which I find very humorous. Pot calling the kettle black here on her because I'm notorious for getting drunk and passing out with portabed.
Yes.
Which wasn't ingenious.
Well, alcohol is not necessary for her to fall asleep. She'll fall asleep anywhere.
She's ready. Which are like, but like a vibe, but like she would give me shit because I went to bed before she did.
Yes.
And I'm like, bitch, you can go to sleep whenever you want. That's not fair.
The problem is she sleeps during the day. She'll just take a little nap. And so then it's like she's ready to go for the evening.
Well, I'm like, okay, but I don't think you understand, Taylor. Eric and I started drinking at 4 p.m. It's 8. We're fucking done.
Yeah.
Let us nap for a bit.
Well, I was never one to nap, though.
No, you just pushed it.
I dialed that shit to 11 until I was just unconscious.
Yeah.
You were the smart one who would take the nap.
I do remember when we had to move me because I fell asleep in front of the
oven.
And I woke up sweating.
Because you were in front of an
and no
oven.
But no one bothered to like move me. It was just like
until you were in the way.
Yeah, but no. I distinctly remember being told that like, well, we kind of cooked around you until we needed to really use the oven.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, yeah, like we were able to cook on like the cooktop, but then like when we were able to preheat the oven,
I'm like, I swear, I'm glad you guys didn't boil water and just accidentally just fucking burn me.
Well, there were so many places to have slept in that cabin, and you had to sleep in front of the oven.
I don't remember going to sleep.
I don't remember how you got there.
I fully admit.
I was not really a participant. I was there when you were woken up. I was I was summoned upstairs by the shouting of, Steve, get up! You're in front of the oven. And like I like come upstairs. I'm like,
I'm pretty sure it was all red too.
Like, what's happening? And then you're just like army crawling your way away from the oven.
I think I tried to army crawl down the stairs, which was not a smart idea.
Because you didn't actually get up. You just sort of crawled away from the oven.
She didn't need me gone from the kitchen.
She just needed you out of the way of the oven.
Yeah, out of its attack range.
Anyway, that's not the couch story. So
no, but the hole in the wall that Brandon wasted, I'm still so mad about. Not talking about how Jordan fucking broke the wall.
How he decided to turn that bathroom into a jungle gym. Walk into the room he was sharing with me, say, hey, I'm not feeling so good, puke on the floor, and then be like, Eric, I did something bad. And I'm like, yeah, I know you just puked on the floor as I'm cleaning it up. And he's like, no, worse. And I was like, what did you do?
Oh, no.
And he's like, it's a mess. And I was like, what's a mess? He goes, bathroom. And I'm thinking like, did you missed or something? Like where are we going with this? He's like, no, I made a mess. And then he falls asleep.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I should check to see what happened.
Yeah.
And I go into the downstairs bathroom. Looks fine. Everything looks fine.
You know, I remember it more so from your Halo 3 Forge map than I do the actual.
Yes.
Which, you know what, that could be a fun stream for the podcast.
That could be fun.
We give them a walkthrough. We don't make any money on the ads, so I guess we could even play copyrighted music.
We could play Warwick Avenue.
At 0.75 times speed. And it's just, Eric, no! And you hide in the shower, in the upstairs shower,
yes,
and you're not guaranteed. It is about 75% safe.
So in that I go upstairs.
That was a lot for you guys.
I go upstairs to that bathroom. There is a cubby. It's like probably 9 or 10 foot ceilings upstairs in that place. Probably 9. And there's a cubby where they have kept like cleaning supplies and stuff because it's up in a bathroom upstairs. And our friend Jordan decided he wanted to sleep in the cubby.
Not related to Kyle Mooney, but Kyle Mooney energy.
Yes. He decided he needed to sleep in that cubby.
Love that compliment.
So
that's right, which he couldn't fit in.
He couldn't fit in. There was stuff in the cubby. There wasn't a ladder or anything to get up there.
Yeah, there was. There was a towel rack.
He stepped on the towel rack to get up in the cubby. So he apparently, we pieced this together after the fact.
Because all we saw was just strewn materials.
He was standing on the towel rack, full weight, and ripping stuff out of the cubby to make room to go sleep up there. And then the towel rack gave out because how could it not? And so then he just hit the ground. Thank God he didn't hurt himself, honestly. And he then just left the mess though and came downstairs to the room he was sharing with me and puked on the floor and told me he made a mess. So I go up there and I was still wasted off my ass. I was trying to sleep to recover. And I'm
Was that a forbidden memory?
and I'm trying to and I'm still drunk, trying to figure out how do I fix this? Because I'm like, Brandon and Taylor are gonna be so mad.
It's not our problem.
As if it's my problem to cover for him.
We paid our money. We paid our money.
I don't know why.
It's Taylor rented it. We paid our money.
And I don't know why I was I'm so defensive of Jordan of trying to be I have to fix this or else he'll get yelled at. And I don't want Jordan to get yelled at. Because he's so sweet. I don't want him to get yelled at.
He's just a little rascal.
He's just being a little mess.
None of this has to do with the couch.
None of it has to do with the couch.
And the couch story is going to pale and I don't know. The couch story is pretty great.
And so I'm trying to force the towel rack back up onto the wall, and it has torn the brackets out of the drywall, because he stood on it.
Yeah,
and it ripped out of the wall.
He's your height, right? Or he's a little shorter, maybe.
He's a little bit shorter than me. Yeah, and he's standing on a towel rack that was not in a stud. It was just in the drywall. Which is
surprising because towels hold a lot. When you shower, and you use a towel, it's holding the weight of your sins.
Well, there were drywall anchors, and they pulled out of the wall. And I managed to shove the towel rack up. I was basically
trying
precariously balancing it in it. And I shoved the stuff back up in the cubby. And then the next morning, I wake up to Brandon upstairs. I can hear his voice drifting down the stairs down to our room going, what the fuck happened in here? And I woke up to that and I was like, oh no.
Like Jordan cursed you with he burdened you with the curse of knowledge.
And
your plausible deniability
and
just
Jordan
ran
was
out.
And Jordan was still passed out, and I like go upstairs and Brandon's like, what happened in here? And I just go, I tried to fix it, but it was Jordan.
And you were still drunk.
And I was still drunk. I'm just like,
oh yeah, I don't think any of us were sober once we started drinking.
Yeah, because you would just wake up and keep going.
Yeah, like it was a hair of the dog.
Yeah.
Oh no, if you needed a break, we had cheddar biscuits on demand. Red Lobster cheddar
Bay biscuits ready
I remember
to
Brandon
go.
and I going when it
You were
opened.
the goddamn heroes.
We fucking were. And like we saw the barfly who was also at the Red Lobster bar at 10 a.m. And I'm like, they just opened. And I'm like, beer? And they're like, cheddar biscuits? And we both just kind of gave a knowing nod.
I was already drunk by the time you guys came in with those. And I almost cried.
We should go to Red Lobster.
Okay.
Can you eat anything there?
Very little.
I just want cheddar biscuits.
I just want the biscuits.
Yeah. And you can just order biscuits.
Yeah.
And you can order it pickup.
Yeah. Because you guys did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was fucking amazing.
I don't know why we don't do that more often. If you show up to a party with motherfucking Red Lobster cheddar biscuits,
Bitch.
and no, I don't care if you can make your own. I don't care if
No.
they taste better.
No.
Get fucked. They're not as good.
It's not the same.
It's just
Anyway, so the couch.
I don't think you guys realize that like we like the reason why Eric is always like we can't talk about the cabin is because we blow 20 minutes.
Maybe that should be the next episode.
Maybe
we should just commit.
We're in the four couch episode OVA.
I say we do. I say next episode we just tell cabin stories.
Okay.
Okay.
No quinchins.
No quinchins.
No quinchins.
No quinchins.
Don't ask them.
Because y'all gonna get cabin stories next time.
Because like the thing is too is like because I already like on the spot I couldn't think of anything, but now that we've started I've already thought of like 8 or 9 of them.
The memories are coming back.
Vivid, which is
yes,
very nice.
Yeah,
actually, because like
good to remember.
It was
things.
a really fun, insane
it really was
time,
a lot of fun.
And like it like is like actually kind of heartwarming that I'm like I'm remembering all of this in detail because like the best part is that all happened while I was asleep. That like I didn't even know it broke, and y'all just acted like it didn't. And Brandon's just pissed because he has
so
the drywall.
Mad. And I finally had to tell him. I was like, I'm so sorry. It was Jordan. I tried to help him. I tried to cover for him.
I just like that metal spiral staircase
that I almost broke the banister on.
Oh my god!
Next time.
Yeah. Next time on Hell Yeah Podcast.
But the couch.
Yeah, the couch.
We'll tell the couch story.
It's a story that happens on the couch.
Yes.
It doesn't involve the couch.
No. Do you want to
actually,
tell
it does.
Because I've been telling.
Yeah, I can. So, and pick up if I'm wrong. So Taylor decides to take a nap on the couch in the living room.
Yes.
Which was on the base floor.
Yes, the ground floor.
It's built onto a hill, and so it's got like 4 levels technically, right?
Three, and then the casita is kind of like lower on like a 4th level.
The egg house.
Yes,
we'll have to talk about the eggs. You're allowed to ask one question in the comments, and it's about what about the eggs? Maybe we can't.
He watches the podcast.
Josh, you know what the fuck is up about the eggs? We talked about it, and I'm sorry. I just.
Josh, I love you.
The cabin doesn't come up without mentioning the goddamn eggs, and it's Brandon's fault.
It is Brandon's fault.
Because he was the one that made it a meme, like cream cheese.
He did. It's his fault. The couch.
So Taylor's passed out, and we're all drunk at one point, and we decide to like. Brandon's like, we should fuck with Taylor because they had like they had kind of just become official dating after the batteries.
It was about 3 months after that, yeah.
The birthday
that was
special.
her birthday.
Yeah.
So it was about 3 months after that.
I loved it.
4 months. I'm dodging that bullet.
I feel like it was like a TMZ like fever dream handy cam is what my POV was on that birthday, and all I wanted was some goddamn batteries. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Should we get Brandon next week?
That could be fun.
And that, like, the one time that he has to talk about
They'll
podcasts?
be back. Yeah, because they'll be back.
Oh, we should ask him if he wants to when he gets back.
Okay.
Because, like, that'd be a lot of fun. Not Taylor, though. Taylor's not fun. Taylor is fun. She wouldn't be fun on a podcast. She'd be a pain in the ass.
It's a different energy.
Yeah. She'd be like, I don't get it. Or, like she would...
She's great for a game of Scythe.
Yeah. I'm like, that sounds mean, but, like...
It's not. It's just... There's different vibes, you know?
Yeah. Her vibes are not welcome. Hence this story. So Brandon is like drunk as shit, and like he's like, "Hey,
locked doors.
I don't like locked doors.
We can't. Next time. Couch.
He's like, how many pillows do you think we can stack on Taylor? And I think it was just me and him, and then like you would come down the stairs and we're like. Everyone just silently...
It became
a thing where people came downstairs because they noticed that no one was talking downstairs.
Yes, it was getting very quiet.
And so, like, Brandon was there. Brandon and I are, like, giggling as we're, like, starting to find, like the soft, like, couch pillows. And, like, she's, like, laying like this, and we have, like, a pillow here. And then we have, like... we got, like, 3 or 4 pillows, like, all of the throw pillows.
Yeah.
And, like, you would come down at this point, and you're like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And we're like...
Stacking pillows.
I'm like, can you get pillows from upstairs? And you were like... Yeah.
Yeah.
And we found like 3 or 4 more pillows. So there's like 8 pillows-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, wait. Because the thing is, she's a dead sleeper. Like, she's wasn't leaving. She would have been fucking pissed if she woke up during it.
She was when she did.
Yeah, spoilers.
Sorry about it.
But the part that was the coup de grace, because Brandon and like the 3 of us were looking at each other, and Jordan and Jason had come down. And we're like, is that all the pillows? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, what about the couch cushions? So we carefully removed all the pillows to put a strong base of
course, we have to make this
3 of the 4 that we were able to get, like 3 of the 5 or whatever, like 2 or I don't know, like took half of the couch pillows cushions.
Anything she wasn't on,
we took.
We put on her.
Her feet were dangling onto like the little like the soft part, and like we put those on there and we stacked and like it's almost to the ceiling fan.
We started grabbing and we grabbed pillows from some of the bedrooms, like now like bed pillows to put on her, and
it was high.
We were very close to the ceiling.
Like we almost like
we were
locked her in.
We were on chairs to stack the later ones.
Yeah,
trying to get it to the ceiling.
And it was a lot of like management because we'd have to like go back and like we're all wasted.
We're all fucking drunk. We should not have been standing.
But we
on
were
these chairs.
Surprisingly accurate.
And she slept through the whole thing.
It was really a bonding moment, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a vibe, and like, cause I remember how funny. I remember my stomach hurts right now just remembering how much we were, cause we were trying not to make noise.
Be loud.
It's just
like silent laughing hysterically,
which is only making the problem worse.
Yes, because you're like shaking.
Well,
with
and
laughter
and we're all trying to not wake her up, but it's like normal noise wasn't waking her up. So now we've made it quiet. Her ears have tuned, and now we're like, it was just, and then like. It didn't collapse.
No.
We were starting to tear it down, and I think, like, Brandon's gym shorts brushed her face or something.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
And we got the rest of them
I think we said, did we more or less the energy of yelled scatter and ran?
Pretty much,
and left Brandon there to, like, pick up the pieces?
Defend for himself, yeah.
To waste the whole. Y'all don't get context till next week, but like
you'll have it next week.
It is and isn't what you're thinking.
Right.
Oh, he didn't waste that hole. I'm out here like
I can't believe that just happened.
Me, Odie, to me. Did you just say that?
Did that just happen?
Did you just say that on recorded television? You could edit this. I won't, but you could.
Right. I'm so excited for next week's episode.
Yeah, we're done.
Anyway,
all right.
That was our first question.
So that was a funny couch story from the cabin.
There you go.
Fucking hell. Safe asked, let's say you have to design a couch that looks like it belongs in a Salvador Dali painting for each other.
Okay.
Eric designs for Odie and Odie designs for Eric. What would they look like?
Am I supposed to look like Dolly?
Yeah.
I mean, like, the classic go-to would be, like, make it look like it's melting.
I was going to do one where it's, like, just long, but it's the screen face, and you have to sit on his face.
Okay. That's not Dolly, but okay.
I didn't want to do melted clocks because I knew you were going to do it first because I was going to have to read the question.
Yeah.
I thought about that when I read this comment when it was first posted. And I realized I don't know any other fucking paintings.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do one where it's a chair that looks like it's like a Rubik's Cube that's all mixed up, but I'm like, that's Picasso.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melty couch.
Mm-hmm. Face couch. Kale asked, speaking of human centipede movies, if you had to pick one horror movie to try and survive, which would you choose?
I don't like
The Babysitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's terrifying, but like also it's not as bad of a horror movie. It's by McG. It's more of a comedy than a horror movie. I wouldn't survive. Like I just fully recognize that about myself. Survive. Yeah, so I'd actually want a horror movie where like there's the least amount of pain. Like I want to go out quick.
Maybe the original Halloween, because like you really have to like be in his way for him to like kill you in that one.
Like he's only after, like, I don't even know like the lore of it.
He's like, he comes back to the house that he like was raised in, and is just killing anyone along the way that like kind of gets in the way
of his way to the house.
Right. So I'm like, I would just not
cross the street.
I would just not be in his way. I'd be like, oh, that he looks really fucking scary. If I saw a big dude walking around in a weird, nasty fucking mask. Yeah, which is actually a Captain Kirk mask that they then painted.
That makes it worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that though, but like it's cool.
Yeah, probably the original Halloween before like shit went real crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I do remember Freddy versus Jason being a whole thing. And I also remember AVP, Alien versus Predator.
Whoever wins, we lose.
Yeah, you're right. Was that movie any good? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But I think it was
I never watched it.
It was cool as a kid.
Yeah. I feel like it was I think it was probably very much of its time. Like I think if you watched it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, this was early 2000s."
Yeah. Like there is, I will say though, like there's a difference between a movie. Like, is a movie good? No. Is it cool? Yes.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah, because like it's fun to watch movies that like no, it's not good. It's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Like Hurricane Bianca, where Taylor and I watched it, and now I'm like, I recognize all these people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, she was really pretty. I'm like, I mean, not really though, because like it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, still hot. I simp for Pearl, man.
Yeah.
Pearl's just too pretty.
Pearl's very pretty.
Get it together. Wake up.
Steph
OS7 asked, if you were a couch, what kind of couch would you be? We're not going to answer that because we have photo examples later from Jen. Second question from Steph. If you could only fit a couch or a bed in your home and had to either sleep on a couch or let company hang out on your bed, which would you choose? Note, choosing bed and refusing all guests is not an option.
Bold of you to assume I let my guests sit. You're not a guest.
I am squatting.
You're talent.
I can't wait. I hope I get a big role.
A bed.
Yeah, a bed.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like...
There's nothing weird about sitting on a bed with friends.
No. I did say I'm going to sit on your bed for just a second only because I want to see what it... Like, I needed to understand how you felt.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I try to respect your bed.
Yeah.
And, like, vice versa. But, like, if you were to come into my room and you wanted to sit, you would just sit on my bed because there's no other fucking room.
You spend a third of your life asleep. I don't want to spend that third of my life on a couch. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, absolutely not.
I would rather allow guests to come to my bed.
Although, game room couch is a fair compromise.
It is comfy, but like I wouldn't want that to be the only place I sleep.
That's not a Holiday Inn extended stay.
Right. This is a Motel 6 moment. I'm on a trip and I got to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
I thought that was a joke.
Oh.
Never mind. About Motel 6.
What about it?
Nothing.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
You can tell me later.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you will.
Rebecca asked, is there truly a wrong way to sit on a couch? No.
In a way that the wrong way to sit on a couch is a way that makes you uncomfortable.
Goddamn right.
And don't let someone tell you, like, if you're in a weird pose but it feels good to you, fuck them.
Yeah, I actually hurt my arms. Like, I worked out yesterday, and, like, I'm like, I overdid it. No, I didn't. I actually use lower weights than I normally do. I just haven't worked out in, like, a month. Right. So it's like, ugh. I was like, finished work. I'm going to take, like, an hour, like, snooze, like, relax snooze, put on, like, a good ASMR video because you fucked my ass up. And I have my headboard, and, like, Zuki and Lulu were both like, we all just napped in the sun. It was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I like put my arm back like this, like holding like as if it was like being caught on like, the thing, because it was really comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Like to have like kind of
in the moment
until I was like, all right, time to get up, and I went like it had like, hey, we started repairing your muscles in that weird position. And I'm like, this is terrible. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't think there's a wrong way. I mean, don't like fuck up the couch,
right? But
like, there's nothing like I can think of like, you know, draping like your legs over in a weird whatever feels good. Like,
do what feels right.
And sometimes sitting on a couch is a great way to express yourself. Like it's kind of like, well, just it sounds weird, but like,
right?
It's like
you can learn about people from the way they sit.
Oh no, I just meant like there's no rules and we don't have enough fun in our lives. I think
Uh-huh.
That's something I've been like thinking about lately. I'm like, why not just do something? Like,
sit upside down.
How often do you run up the stairs on all fours? Every once in a while.
Now that I don't drink, a lot less.
A lot, yeah.
But
sometimes.
Yeah, every now and then.
I mean, like, I wouldn't do it like outside.
Right.
I have done them outside, like, to go up to my apartment, but like when no one was around.
You did that outside?
Once, yeah. Because I just was like, I can. And I did.
Okay.
It was before I then spilled a bunch of shit and made the stairs gross, so I wouldn't do it again. I mean, I just took out the trash, but it was double whammy.
Yeah.
But like at my parents' house, like if I was home alone, I'd be like, because I want to see how fast I can run on all fours, baby.
Right.
I got 1 horsepower, and that's me. But yeah, no, there's no wrong way. Yggdrasil asked, some of these weren't couch themed, but I just threw them in there.
Interesting.
Yggdrasil asked, when was the last time you did something for the first time?
Cleaned out that washing machine. And I pray to God it's the last time.
That's fair. I started Elden Ring. I was trying to think of something, and I'm like, I know what like you mean by this.
Right.
Is like, when was the last time I really did something I'd never done before, like for the first time, like streaming a year ago. That was like the more like a bigger thing that I could think of.
Mm-hmm. I
have a really hard time starting something, like trying to do something I've never done before.
Right.
I got to get over that hill, that mental hill, because that's all it is. It's like, I just can't. I know once I just look at the instructions and start.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, because now that I've done it, I know what to do next time.
Right.
But I don't know what to do now, so I'll just not do it.
Yeah.
Like taxes. Even though I know how to do my taxes.
You know how to do taxes.
But with Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
And
it gets more interesting.
There's like 2 or 3 more forms I have to add, and I don't want to.
Yeah. So
I might just not say that I wouldn't report it, because that would be illegal, I think.
Yep.
Well, I don't know how many knots I said. So like, scratch from the record what I said, government.
Oh, you need to like do your taxes. Like it's the 12th.
Yeah, isn't it due by the 18th?
Yeah.
I got 6 days. Can we put some
doing 6 days?
Can we put some time on the clock?
Jamie, put
if I score enough free throws, they'll give me a 20-minute extension. No, I'll do them this weekend. There's no choice.
Yeah,
I have to do them. I can start them. I should probably do them tomorrow. I won't.
I'll check in.
I'll play Elden Ring. Eric, the tax collector, but it's not collecting taxes. I just want to collect proof that you did it.
Yes.
Well, because it's like, I don't know. Am I going to owe money? So I'll just wait until the 18th to find out if I have to pay immediately.
Yeah.
Which was my mistake. I should have done this in January.
Yeah, because then you know if you'll I
fucked myself.
You fucked it.
Yeah. This is my metaphor. My taxes is my metaphorical washing machine filter trap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Junk Yet asked, thinking of the Friends episode where they buy the sofa, Ross, pivot. Are there any furniture building hijinks you can share? The amount of times I've built an IKEA piece of furniture, trusting that the sticker side was correct, and then it being technically the wrong side, and you have to undo it, and it's like it'll forever be the tiniest bit wobbly because like you already splintered a small portion of wood.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no.
I don't really have.
You just follow the instructions.
Yeah, I don't really have any fun hijinks.
We had a couch in college that had cup holders. Lyndon bought this couch from Goodwill. That was like this black galaxy couch, like a like cosmic bowling energy.
Yeah.
and it had like where like the arm flap, you could flap it open.
Yeah.
So he like flapped it open and then just took a knife and cut a hole so you could just put a drink there.
Oh.
And it worked.
So that was less of a cup holder and more of a hole.
It was it held a cup. It was pretty sick.
Right.
We were like, yeah, it's got built-in cup holders. Well, I think when he bought it, there was already like a rip tear kind of a hole, and so we just made it bigger, but not too big that it couldn't fit a cup.
Yeah.
Because if you make it too big, then you just drop it to the floor.
Like it's hot.
Yeah. Do you know how many drinks this couch can hold? 1. 2, actually. We should put on both sides. Holly B asked, as someone that was nearly crushed by their own sofa, are you a firm believer of moving your own furniture in? Or do you hire someone to carry that in for you? Nice Morabo, by the way. Is this the Morabo?
Why'd you have to come out here and start telling my business? Why are you telling tales out of school?
I mean, you bought a couch from IKEA, so I feel like...
I didn't tell them it was from IKEA.
No, but they could look at it and tell it's from IKEA.
Well, they didn't have to say it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not ashamed of it.
You sound ashamed.
I'm not ashamed of it. That feels invasive.
We did one episode on the couch, and it just caused a lot of derision in the fandom.
Why is it anyone's business?
How do you feel being a controversial figure in the couch community?
Well, someone had to be it.
The couch community lore is surprisingly deep.
Yeah. Surprisingly cushioned as well.
Mm-hmm. It's because they can't handle the truth, the hard truth.
I like my Morabo very much. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What was the question?
I
always move my own furniture.
You buy furniture. You just always build it. You don't move it. You leave it.
No, I take it. I always move it. No, I've never paid for movers. I don't trust anyone. And, until, for me, for most of my life, I didn't have mover money.
Yeah,
that's not a thing.
Like, I know Zach and Kat did, and it ended up being a whole pain in the ass because, he was, at work flying, so, he couldn't be there when they moved shit and they, fucked it up. But that's, moving into elevators, service elevators, going up 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 floors. Yeah. Or whatever. I don't know how tall their building is. Whatever. Just, up in a city. I get that. I wouldn't want to do that.
It's different. It's a different situation. But no, I always just move it myself.
Yeah, I would just move it myself.
I mean, of course, with the help of friends and family. But yes.
Yeah.
Not with professionals.
You call him Big Bear?
Yes.
And you're like, I'm loaded up. I need you to load up and trucking.
We're going to do what they say can't be done.
Get this done. We're going to wrap this up in 2 hours, and I'm buying everybody pizza and beer.
Yeah.
That is the only, that's a fair payment.
Yeah.
Although
I don't want the beer, so, may I have a water or perhaps a Pepis?
A Gatorade.
I wouldn't mind
I want a Gatorade at the
right
beginning.
Flavor.
I want a right flavor Gatorade at the beginning.
And it needs to be cold.
Yeah, if you're handing me one that I got to go chill, I'm leaving.
If you're handing me a lukewarm fruit punch Gatorade and being like, and we'll get the pizza when we're done, I'm like...
No, we get pizza first.
I'm like, we need to eat a little bit of the pizza now as pregame, and then we'll have more when we're done.
On pizza. I want to bring a box in, take a bite, keep moving.
Yeah.
While listening to parts of Lil Peep's album.
Yes.
In the fucking what was it? What's the thing that they buy? The egg. It's not an egg, but what is it?
What?
The cube. What do you buy? You when you're moving, you get the egg, you put all your shit in, they move it, and then they bring the pod.
The egg.
I know it's not an egg. I kept saying I know it wasn't, but that's the only thing I could think of.
The pod, yes.
But I do remember that. And also Lil Peep's album slaps. Go check it out.
Lil Peep with a brand new...
He's dead. He died in Tucson. It was very unfortunate.
It's a shame.
I actually kind of, because I only listened to him after he died.
Yeah.
But not because he died. It was just
we were listening to him and then we were like, oh, he's dead.
Oh, that sucks. It was in Tucson. It was terrible. It was an overdose. And I'm very unfortunate. So please be safe if you're doing things and don't take things that aren't prescribed to you without doing thorough research first. But I would have seen him live. He was cool. I wanted to be on Goth Boy Click.
Goth Boy Click.
Mm-hmm. On my Benz truck. I'm not buying a Benz truck.
No.
But Awful Thing slaps.
Yeah.
I mean, he also looks like a fuckboy in front of Circle K who's waiting for his buddy to pick him up, so he's hollering at you. But you know what? I'd let him hit.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet Nothing Whispers asked, what is the weirdest thing you've pulled out of your couch?
I don't put shit in my couch. Yeah.
I'm trying to think like if I was a kid,
Quarters.
if, like there was weird shit in the couch.
I'm sure I found Lego pieces maybe in the couch.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
Perhaps a puzzle piece.
I mean, I've pulled out of the couch, but
well, you don't want. No.
I don't want to make little cushions.
Yeah.
More cushion for the pushers.
Stop.
They heard that.
They definitely heard that.
Maria asked, "What are the different sitting/laying styles on that specific couch, and what's your favorite?" I'm assuming they mean configurations
Of ways you lay down?
Yeah, you could lay down where you're at.
Yeah, you could lay like this.
You could actually lay there, have like nice pillows here, and lay here without these two people having to touch.
Yeah, and I mean, there's the Chase Lounger. So, like, you know.
For our friend Chase that we don't have yet, but we'll have to get one.
We'll get one.
You just hire him to live here, and he's like, what does he do? I'm a lounger.
That's his job.
Yeah, Chase. He's on the Chase Lounger.
I like every now and then, you know, like when you just need a bit of respite, I love a good, like, go lay down on your stomach on the couch, just sort of like splay out, but have your legs up and you do a little yeah, that's fun for a little bit.
I sometimes like doing like a Suzuki will do this a lot. He'll do the pillow pet, I call it, where he'll like, cause like, so the old gaming couch, it has like the head, like the back of it, it's technically flat and you can like tilt it up.
Take it up.
So if I tilted it all up for when I'm sitting on it to kind of like have like a headrest, he'll like lay on top of it, but he'll like drape his body and he'll like become wide.
Right.
Or he's just like like a pillow pet kind of is how I could think about it, like when you would undo it. And I'm like, sometimes I'll like have one leg over with like half my crotch like here, just like weirdly just hanging out. But it's like, I don't know. I was walking back. My show was on. This is, 2001. It's time for a Disney Channel original movie. And I never had popcorn for those.
No. I love a good, I love like, so over there on where there's like an arm of the couch, you do a situation where you lay on your back and you like put your ass up against that and like you drape your legs over it.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a fun one.
That's a good one, yeah.
It's always a fun position.
Okay. Careless asked.
Careless Whisper?
Yes. Eric
Nope.
in his 20s?
No. That time when you put on the 10-hour version of that, I thought I was going insane.
You should have quit drinking that day.
I really should have. That was my sign. I thought I was trapped in a time loop.
You drank for 2 more years after that.
I did.
3, actually. Well, no, that was quite a few years ago because that was our early 20s.
Yeah. Well, mid.
I had just moved in to old apartment.
Yeah. So we were 24,
23. Nobody liked us.
Nobody liked us. Because I don't know about you, but I wasn't feeling 22 anymore. Because I was 23. And nobody liked me.
Blink-182. I was a whore at 24.
Rim jobs by the stairs. Surprises, let me know if she cares.
A little underwet surprise. That's what I call it. A rim job, an underwet surprise. Hype branded underwet surprises. When the licking gets tough.
What is the question?
Careless asked, if you could create a non-existent job title and by doing so have that career, what would your job title be?
Richest man in the world.
Jeff Bezos has it.
That's not his job title.
You're right. Like he could make it.
But he hasn't.
That's right.
So there's
open.
an opening for me.
There's an opportunity.
An opportunity.
I
realized I was just like
in big 2006 guy energy because we watched a lot of like Date My Mom Next and like Parental Control yesterday on stream in a vibe, in a time capsule vibe. I'm like, female body inspector.
Oh my god!
Because I'm like, I don't. That's not a job I want.
You don't want that.
No, but like,
pretty sure that's a doctor.
My rat brain,
yeah,
was like, it's like that immediate just. That's what I say.
Yeah.
A philosopher, because then it would pay. You're not a philosopher. You're homeless. That's not true. I don't mean that. You can have thoughts. I don't know, like, because now I'm like, what would I want to do? I'm like, doing it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's a really good question, and I'm really mad that I don't have a quality answer. Quality answer giver, where I give an answer and it's considered a quality answer because I'm certified. It doesn't matter if it's a good actual quality answer. Do you have a certification that says that you're a quality answer giver?
Yeah.
You can't. I just got the job.
Well,
you weren't in my orientation
I can't help
class.
but notice that you don't have the job yet.
Oh, you sniped it? That's what you could do as the richest man. You can't have two jobs. Of course the richest man has two jobs.
Well, how else did I get there?
Pulled yourself up by your bootstrap puller.
Will you stop stealing people's dreams? The people know is for me. That is not good English. You will never make it on QBC with that kind of English.
QBC.
That's what you sound like.
Zuki will meow at me and I go, meow, that's what you sound like.
What you sound like.
Just yelling at him. That's where I play him directly.
Well, if I do it, will you stop stealing?
Oh, I hear him every night in my baby's room.
Ooh, yeah, I want it.
Your husband's gay.
And I know it because he's sleeping with my husband.
SNL's QVC video.
That sketch
was wonderful.
Sketch is underrated.
It gets a knee slap from me. Sis.
We are currently in my necklace room.
And
what I wanted to show you is,
I do also in my head will think of the Brandon Rogers hall monitor Karen Helen, and just go like, busted shithead, which I will say anytime I open a door roughly. But then I also will follow it up quietly to myself, like, resize your hole to the size of a shower drain. I'm like, must be nice. Ray Atkinson asks, we have 3 more.
Okay.
And we're finishing it off with the pictures of the couches.
Okay.
Which I won't be able to show here because we're not going to bother editing it.
No.
But Jen, I'm sure, will make an imager folder of sorts and post it, and I'll pin the comment. Look at that. I could be a good manager. You want to know why? Because I don't care what you do. I just want the higher-ups to get off my fucking back. I just need a quick rundown, and I can delegate. And all of that was me showcasing my skills because I forgot the word delegate, and I needed time to get there. Yeah. Thanks. You're going to make it, kid. Ray Atkinson asks, I'm like, did I read this question? In your opinion, do large doggos belong on couches? Why or why not?
No size of a dog pets do not belong on furniture. You don't have to agree. That's okay. But I don't think pets should be on furniture. I don't care how big the dog is. I don't care how you can't convince a cat not to. So that's just I
was about to say, I'm like, you don't get to tell a cat it can't.
No. That's like a foregone conclusion, and that's just part of owning a cat. And you just gotta buck up and deal with that. Dogs do not belong on furniture, least of all a bed or a couch.
Okay. But what about Daisy? Daisy doesn't deserve to be around your bed.
I would prefer, Daisy does not get to be on my bed, but
to me she's an acceptable dog on the couch because I have a picture I was looking on my fucking iPhone where Daisy sometimes doesn't want to sit with you. She wants to go sit over there, but then do this where she's staring you down like you did something, and it's like, do you want to cuddle? And she's like, I'm shivering with anticipation.
Listen,
of what? Say anything.
I love Daisy, but I don't want.
You're about to drop the fattest butt.
I don't want her on a couch. I don't want her on a bed. I don't want her on anything. She's a dog.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's not where they go. Now, I mean, is she fucking cute when you wrap her up in a little blanket, like a little burrito babushka? Yes, undeniably, objectively so.
I will say, when she gets on the couch,
I prefer her on a desk.
She does. She's a desk dog.
She's a cute if you put her up on a desk.
Well, because she will, if she has her bed there, she will get on the couch, but she's not running around on the couch.
Right.
She will sit. You adjust slightly, and she goes, "What the fuck did you do?
Who do you think you are?
You got some balls on you, kid.
Moving on my couch.
I was fucking comfortable. Do you know what I do for this family?
Shake.
I shake. Do you know how hard it is?
Do you know the constant fear I'm in?
Well, it's not always fear. It's just,
sometimes it's just.
Well, I actually like Googled it for
Mhm.
once. This is my second time Googling something.
Oh.
Because I was like, is this a greyhound thing? It is. It's an Italian greyhound thing. Is it the shivering?
Yeah.
They call it the shiver, and it's like I'm like, oh, they're just cold or nervous, and it's like, well, sometimes yeah, but like sometimes
they
it's
just do it.
excitement. Like
Yeah.
like they're just like it's just them. They just got a lot of energy and they got to just shake it out.
Well, think about why you shake. You shake for all those same reasons. So, like, why wouldn't it apply to a dog?
I shake. Have I been shaking this whole time and no one's told me? Honey,
Maybe this wasn't the venue to
what do you mean it's not the venue? It's your house.
to get into.
You gonna publicly tell me that I'm a shaker?
I guess we should take this offline.
We can't. We have another question. Bitch. Overall, I'd say yeah. Like, not a large dog. Like, Toby's annoying. I'm sorry, Brandon, but like,
I'm not.
Toby being on the couch is fucking hell. I don't like Mac because he's a saucer.
Oh God, he licked. Oh,
Mac is a predator.
I hate being licked.
I am assaulted by
dogs.
this dog every time.
I hate it. I hate being.
I
licked
don't
by
like
dogs.
Mac. I'll just come out and say I like Toby more
He's
than I like
cute.
Mac.
Mac is so cute.
Mac is
though.
cute, but he's the sauce boss.
I love to hold him because if I'm holding him, he can't lick me.
But you gotta hold
The
him
way
right-
that I
yeah.
hold him, he can't lick me.
Like, this dog will literally like sauce
he
you to the bone.
sauces. It's disgusting.
Which I love that.
God, I hate
Like, was it Brandon that said saucing the first time? I don't know.
I think it was me.
Was it you? Like, either way, like to the point where other people don't get what I'm talking about. I'm like, no, like when you get sauced and they're like, holy shit, that's good. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't come up with it, but like like once I heard it, you won't go to licking anymore. Like,
No, it's you're getting
because
sauce.
there's a difference. Like,
Yeah.
you're saucing me.
I think I came up with sauce, and then Brandon turned into like he's a little chef.
Yeah, he's a little chef.
He's a little chef. He's out here
saucing.
saucing.
I'm like,
Can't remember.
He's preparing up some tasty ankles.
Yeah.
Seafair Ort asked, "What's your favorite terminally online? Please log out of Twitter and go outside more. Hot take." I don't know if I have one.
I don't think I have one.
Underwear goes inside the pants.
I hate when people try to tell me to do that. Yeah, I don't really.
The most recent thing I could think of was when people were upset about the Mr. Potato Head becoming like gender neutral,
Right.
even though clearly they just heard sound bites and didn't actually like bother to like read the article, which literally said that like Mr. Potato Head is still Mr. Potato Head. The
Right.
brand is just becoming Potato Head to sell more potato heads. Like,
because they already had Mrs. Potato Head.
and it just made sense, and it wasn't necessarily like to be a social thing. It was just like that just makes sense. Like, you're just
Right.
opening up to sell more.
The Potato Head line.
I mean, yeah, like, and let's be honest, like, Potato Head is already like an icon of sorts.
and it is the moment.
Yeah. Gaga.
It's an icon. It's a legend.
The House of
It has a point.
The House of Gussie is a movie that came out recently, apparently.
Yeah.
Right? It's
House
got
of
the, It's got
Gucky.
the two C's. House of Gussie.
The House of Gucky.
Gucky and Goosey.
Buddy cops.
Jimmy and Tommy, baby.
Jimmy and Tommy.
Jen Never Says Die Art asked, "Oh no, Eric's Fumpkin couch disappeared. Good news, it's being replaced. Bad news, it has to be one of the following: Garfield casting couch, hot dog, oops all 70s, Jouch, or the pig."
Oops, all 70s.
You need to see the photographs first.
Oh, I didn't know there were photographs.
Oh, yeah.
By name alone, I'm thinking Oops, all 70s, but
Okay.
we'll have to see.
So I'm looking. She sent me another picture of the fuckable ham again. I once was really stoned on my Discord server and posted this picture of a ham because I'm like, that's crazy that it came out like this, and I had to be told, Odie.
Yeah, I recall.
Yeah, like that's I was like, that's crazy how well it was sliced, and it's like, no, that's just a vagina, and a lot of questions were asked. It raised more questions than it answered. Anyway, so we got hot dog.
Okay.
Not a bad couch, actually. That's kind of a vibe.
I mean, it's well done.
You could put it in that room upstairs.
I won't.
Hey. Did you bring a condiment?
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Why don't I bring you to my salad bar? Walk over. Here's Oops All 70s.
Oh, that's tragic, actually.
I'm assuming. These weren't named, but I could tell. I'm going to save the pig for last.
Okay.
There's the Jouch, which is a jean couch.
Jean couch.
Made of jorts.
Yeah.
There's the Garfield casting couch, which is a vibe. I've been flashing it. They can't see him.
That's fine.
Yeah. And then there's the pig.
The pig. Oh.
For porkin'.
Okay, I'm going to go with the hot dog.
Now it's cool because I made the pun and it kind of raised its cool factor.
You know, like it looks well made, which is a one-up on almost every other couch in that list.
It does, like, that actually looks like a really solid couch.
Like in the right room, if you were going for a camp vibe, like it works.
Yeah. Like, you'd have to, like...
It's not a vibe I go for, but
like a bowling alley. If you had an indoor bowling alley, that's the couch you sit on. You sit on the hot dog couch before you got a bowl.
Yeah.
But the Garfield casting couch is kind of a vibe. Like, I feel like I can smell, not like the secretion shit, but like that like fake, like the pleather smell of like branded small furniture.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
It do be nasty.
Yeah, it'd be a hot dog couch for me too, sis.
It's the hot dog for me, sis.
I want to get a body pillow, but not like one with like a thing on it.
Okay.
Like, Tyler had got one just before she moved out. Like a big, long, like solid pillow.
Yep.
And I'm like, it is so nice when if I get struck with the pug bug, which is where her chunky little ass wants to fucking sleep with me. She also sleeps under the covers, annoyingly, because she just breathes. And, like, not all the time, but, like, she can't, like at least Daisy would, like, paw and, like, she's not trying to bother you. She's actually just trying to lift. She just doesn't have thumbs and can't flip her paw. Lucy, I have it flapped open and opened for her to go, and she's just like, put me in it. And I'm like, you bitch. I hate this dog.
This is why dogs
Odie
not
wouldn't have
belong
done
on
this.
furniture.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Zuki, meanwhile, if he looks at me with betrayal every time that I, like, trick him out of the room when I go to bed.
Right.
Because when I've left the door open, like when now if Lucy sleeps with me, he won't fuck with me because Lucy protects the bed. And that's the only reason I still let her sleep with me. But if she's not there, what?
Does she have a little CPAP mask?
No, I don't have a little, a pug pap.
A little sleep
A
apnea
PPAP.
mask for her?
Sorry, that's my dog's CPAP machine.
It could help.
Yeah, I mean Zuki almost has a kitty inhaler. If his
Kitty asthma accent.
kitty asthma keeps coming back, if it ends up coming back, every once in a while, that's like he still like kind of like wheezes, and there's not really like a whole lot we can do for it. Like we did the steroids and stuff. I could maybe take him back, but
To the store.
yeah,
Return him.
No, I couldn't return him. He's my little boy. No, but like if I were to do that where I like have my hand back there, because that's what I really like. I like being able to sprawl and like I don't want to just have my hand sitting. I kind of want to be where like no like it's like in a crook,
Right.
or it's like in a nook and cranny. You know what I mean? Like where yeah, I have to pull it out, but like I had to slide it in, and it's like comfortably being supported from the bottom,
Right.
but also being pushed down to where like I'm weightless, kind of. If that makes sense.
You want your hand between the mattress and the headboard.
Yes.
Maybe we could just say
But
it that
he
way.
likes to run underneath it and behind it, and we'll go little sausages and just claw in, and like, and if you pull away,
Well, now the prey is escaping.
and he digs deeper, and I'm like, I don't have hangnails. I have a cat.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I leave the photos up. Like, I think it's important, like, in memoriam. Do I do, like, a in memoriam Odie the Puggle as, like, the bottom half of my, like, profile description?
Well, step one.
Do I leave him as the profile picture?
First and foremost,
I Photoshop her out. Photoshop me over her in the profile picture. Well, since I'm Odie, she can stay in it, but we Photoshop Odie the Puggle's face, and I put my face on the Puggle body. Science hasn't gotten far enough.
I think it's time.
Okay, but like I was really thinking that maybe we could just try to like do something better, and you can go ahead and click it any time because I'm just gonna keep going with this fucking bit, and I don't really give a shit. And I think that Odie the Puggle like deserves like